You know, you mentioned a minute ago Terry Rozier as a possibility for the Jazz. That all depends on what Kyrie does. Because if Kyrie leaves Boston, the Celtics will have to pay Terry Rozier because they won't have a point guard. And I think they would want to keep him. I know he hasn't probably been quite as good this year as he was a year ago. But I think, his availability. But if Kyrie stays in Boston, and who knows, then I think Rozier might become available. And you wouldn't mind seeing that Rozier-Donovan Mitchell backcourt?
Yeah, I don't love Terry Rozier. I really don't. And I know a lot of people do. But when Kyrie was hurt last year, he was much better in extended minutes. And again, he's a young player, so maybe he grows with Donovan. And maybe I'll tell you what he does do. He guards. He guards really well on the ball. He's a bit of a pit bull. Quinn loves that. Yeah, he's a really tough guy. His shooting is inconsistent. And the Jazz need shot makers. I mean, you mentioned what Dennis Lindsey said, locker room clean out, sniper. Whether it's a Niko Mirotic at a 4, if they want to go stretch forward, try and get creative with something like that. Like, there's a reason they went and grabbed Kyle Korver this season. Because I'm sure Quinn called Dennis and was like, bro, I don't know if he said that. He's like, hey, Dennis, Quinn, get me somebody that can make a damn shot. Please, 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 please. Because Quinn's system leads to open looks. The Jazz had a ton of open looks against Houston.
Oh, my God.
They just couldn't knock down shots.
Couldn't make them.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you and I are, shot takers. There's a big difference between shot takers and shot makers. The Jazz were not shot makers.
Right.
And they were wide. They couldn't have been more wide open looks. And that was everybody. It was Donovan. It was Korver. It was Joe Ingles. Guys you thought should make those shots just weren't making them.
Yeah. I mean, look, Jay Crowder, bless his heart, he tries really hard, but, he had some really good moments, but he got real confident real quick and then started shooting the Jazz out of games. But I love the fact that Jay won't back down from physicality, and I know Quinn loves that about him too. But Quinn's system leads to open shots. He just doesn't have guys on his roster that can make open shots at a consistent enough clip to win things consistently in the postseason. And if you're Dennis Lindsey, you got to look around this offseason and see what you can do to upgrade this roster to take the next step. Because as we talked about to start this hour, at some point, the noise will be about whether or not Donovan and Rudy, your young superstars, believe they can win something special here in Salt Lake.